So yeah, but anyway, so play with the status. So, and I kind of put your real confusion, and it is obviously not always real, but your real confusion can be funnier than forced silliness. And I think there's a place for all of it, right? But I think that like when you kind of are committing to the character and you're confused or you're perplexed at like how did this go wrong? Yeah. You know, I was so sure it was going to go right, and the kids, they know, they're like, of course that was never going to go right.
Yeah, they love it, and the kids love to think or to see somebody like get hurt. Yeah, like I'm kind of more physical in my comedy, which the older I get, the harder it is. I feel it on Monday. But we, I mean, how many times have you probably have too, I'm sure, multiple times, getting like running from the guards in some story, and you're getting like tackled and literally drug. Oh yeah, like drug by your foot out, and you're fighting, and yeah. But kids love to think you get hurt too. Like, I mean, I like physically. I think it's hilarious when people fall. I mean, it's terrible. Right. But an example, like you have, like say, an actual banana peel on stage, and this guy comes whistling along. Automatically, the kids know. They've seen it. They've heard it. They know banana peels. Yeah. You're gonna fall. They see it coming, and they will try to stop you. Yeah. And you're oblivious to the banana peel. Yeah, and you hit it, and you slip and fall, and they just think it's hilarious. Yeah. And you're like, what? In that state of confusion, like, why did that happen? Especially if the banana peel moves and you can't see it.
And they're like, is it right there? Or it's on your back or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you know, an example of this I just thought of is going back to the spy thing, because I was kind of recent. Is so I guess this is a spoiler alert for anybody that might get this, but we have a character that she's a traitor.
Yes.
And so in the dynamic opening, which is, you know, as the kids are coming in to get seated or whatever, so in the dynamic opening, she meets Mr. King, who is the evil nemesis, and she's meeting him, and they don't even say anything out loud really. They're just talking, and then they're like, yeah, and agree, and they go their separate ways. And so the kids know automatically that she's bad. Yeah. And we just rescued her and all this stuff, and the main character, Mason, likes her, you know, is like a romantic interest. So we're getting ready to do the mission way later in the script. You know, this is like 30 minutes in or something. Yeah. And I come out as director, and we're getting all of our people, our mission leads, because it's interactive. The kids are going to go on a mission. And so she comes out. Yeah. And they're just—it's so funny. They were so intense that I didn't actually realize at first what they were doing. I guess I forgot about the dynamic opening. And they're like, she's a spy.
Like immediately.
She's a spy. They're pointing at her like, she's a spy. I'm like, we're all spies. It's a spy theme. and so then I realized, of course, but then and this is an example of what, like, I wasn't being silly, because the director isn't really a silly character. Right. So I wasn't being silly, but I kind of ignored them. We're all spies, you know. All right. And then got them kind of distracted and get them into groups and stuff. And then we go out to the next room. We do our mission. And we're out there and we're hiding from Kroger and Mr. King, the bad guys. Yeah. And then she goes over and starts talking to Mr. King. So I'm there. I'm the director, and I'm like, do you guys see that? Oh my goodness, what happened? And they're like, we told you. They're just like, because we're all on our knees, you know, hiding in the dark. And they're like, we told you. I'm just like, oh my goodness, that's what you were saying? And then I was like, why didn't you guys tell me?